statewide emergency for New Jersey until 11:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The National Weather Service has issued a severe coastal flooding warning for the following counties: Cape May, Atlantic, Ocean, Monmouth, Cumberland, and Salem counties in New Jersey. Water has risen roughly 3 feet above sea level, flooding several communities along the Jersey shore. The cause of this phenomenon is unknown, as there are no known storms or seismic events in the local area. At this time, all residents of the coastal communities of New Jersey should move to higher ground. In addition, all travel to Jersey shore points should be avoided until further notice. Avoid roads, as many of them are already flooded with seawater. Do not move from your safe place until the all clear is given. Stay safe, and stay dry.
Civil danger warning for the east and west coasts of the United States. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government, in coordination with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. There have been widespread reports of major flooding along the eastern and western seaboards of the United States. Sea levels are reported to have risen roughly 10 feet, flooding entire coastal communities, as well as inland communities near lakes and rivers. The cause of this phenomenon is unknown, as no major tectonic or weather events are reported to have taken place. Therefore, it is assumed that this is a severe tidal anomaly. If you live on the coasts or near any body of water, you are strongly advised to evacuate to higher ground as soon as possible. Avoid using coastal roads, as they may already be submerged underwater. Remain in your safe area until the flooding has stopped and the all clear has been given. This concludes this message. Stay tuned to local news stations for more information, and stay safe.
This is the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Today, islands and coastlines all over the world have experienced intense flooding and tidal fluctuations, with sea levels rising at least 10 feet above normal levels. We can confirm that we have discovered the cause of this phenomenon. The moon has suddenly been ejected from its orbit, and is now hurtling towards the Earth on a direct collision course. It is expected to strike the Earth's surface in approximately 72 hours. This impact will bring complete devastation to the planet, and will most certainly eradicate all life on Earth, including the human race. Some single-celled organisms may survive, but it will take thousands, perhaps millions of years for complex life to return. We regret to inform you of this, but unfortunately, it is our reality. There is nothing that can be done to alter the moon's trajectory, or prevent the inevitable end of our beloved Earth. This is NASA, signing off with our final message to the world, and we thank you for being part of our efforts to explore the final frontier. Our time on this planet may be coming to a close, but life will always find a way to return and rebuild. Farewell.
We interrupt our programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government, in coordination with the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. Please listen carefully to this message, as it pertains to an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation. The Moon has unexpectedly been knocked out of orbit, and is now on a direct collision course with the Earth. It is entirely unknown what has caused this to happen. The collision is expected to occur within the next 3 days, causing near complete destruction to the planet. Unfortunately, this means that the human race, along with all other life on Earth, will not survive. The effects of the Moon's gravitational pull have already begun to be felt around the world, marked by massive global flooding events and intense earthquakes. These effects will only worsen as the Moon draws closer. There is nothing that can be done to prevent this catastrophe of global proportions, and there are no shelters that you can take to protect yourself. At this time, you are strongly advised to do anything that brings you comfort and joy during your final days on this Earth. Seek comfort in your loved ones, pets, deities, or other factors. Panic is not recommended, though such is inevitable in this dire situation. Do not commit suicide, as that will only foster more distress. Please remain calm and stay within the law during the last 3 days of life. This concludes this message. Stay tuned to local media for updates on this developing situation.
This message has been transmitted at the request of the United States government in conjunction with civil authorities. A sudden surge in civil unrest is taking place across the country, following the government's announcement of the coming extinction event. Citizens have resorted to rioting, looting, and violent activities in response to yesterday's announcement. All citizens of the United States must remain calm, civil, and law-abiding at this time. This may be extremely difficult to do in this situation, but you are still advised to preserve peace as much as possible. There have also been reports of violent earthquakes occurring along the Pacific coast, as well as other regions of the country. These tremors are likely a result of the Moon's gravitational pull causing drastic shifts in the tectonic plates. All citizens in the affected areas must take immediate earthquake precautions. Repeating. A civil emergency has been issued due to a surge in civil unrest and seismic activity, and citizens are advised to remain calm. Stay tuned to local media for more information as this situation develops.
This is the final message from what remains of the United States government. It is with great sadness that we declare that the United States of America has fallen. The effects of the Moon's final approach have become too much to bear. The flooded landscapes, constant earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and civil unrest have destroyed this country. The federal government can no longer sustain itself, and anarchy is inevitable. The president's whereabouts are unknown, but he is presumed dead. The Moon is drawing closer and closer to Earth, and with it, so does our demise. This is the end. We are now in the final hours of life. There is a chance that life may one day return to Earth, but that is unlikely to happen for millions of years. To anyone hearing this message, thank you for being part of the American dream. The men and women who have given their lives for everything this country stands for will never be forgotten. Even in death, the will of the American people will live on forever. This is goodbye. Normal programming will now permanently cease. May you find peace in these final hours, and may God be with you all.